Hello everyone, my name is Hsar. So now I'm going to present subject TH3, Asian Christianity and Theology. So the chapter that I will present is Asian Theology of Inculturation by Edmund Kifok. So let us go. The title. The first one is Definition of Inculturation. So, inculturation is the process of expressions and living the Christian faith within a local culture through respectful dialogue and mental transformation. So, it rooted in the incarnations. God became a human in Jesus' faith, entered culture, and take shape through local language, symbols, and values. So, faith developed by Jesus missionary and later affirmed by the Catholic Church. So, and it involved learning to local culture, dialogue between faith and culture, and living the gospel in truly a local way. So this process requires openness, trust, and ongoing dialogue, enriching both faith and culture. So among the protesters, this approach is called contextualization. Emphasizing theology rooted in real historical and cultural situation. The next title is the foundations of inculturation. So inculturation in Asia arises from Christianity, historical figures to adopt to Asian cultures and is closely linked with colonialism and Western dominance. Christianity was often introduced alongside military and economic power, appearing to impose foreign culture with little respect for local religions and traditions. So Western theology, worship, and church structure were transplanted without dialogue, making Christianity seem aligned hostily to Asian societies. So as a result, many Asians rejected Christianity together with colonial rule. So Asian theologians call for authentic inculturation or contextualization, symbolized by the shift from the helicopter church to the bullock cart church. Inculturation is a dialogical process where Christianity and Asian culture engage one another, enabling the church to become truly local. And then let's go to another title, Inculturation in the Early Church. So inculturation was already practiced in the early church, even though the term is modern. And the full gospel presents Jesus directly for a different audience. Matthew addressed Jewish Christians, while Luke speaks to Gentiles. So this shows that the gospel was communicated in ways people from different cultures could understand. So Pentecost reveals inculturation as people from many nations heard God's message in their own languages. So the councils of Jerusalem decided Gentile Christians did not need to follow all Jewish laws, allowing the church to grow beyond Judaism. So the Second Vatican Council later renewed the church's commitment to inculturation in all cultures. The next title is Historical Attempt at Inculturation. So Christianity adopted world to Hellenistic and European culture in its early history. So during European expansion, Western form of Christianity were often imposed on Africa and Asia without cultural adaptation. As a result, inculturation likely failed in many non-Western contexts. Despite this, some missionaries and local churches make sincere efforts to engage deeply with local cultures and traditions. So Isabel from India, China, and Vienna still makes result seamlessly influence. Others rejected due to cultural, political, or colonial pressures. So these cases reveal both the possibility and challenges of enculturation in pre-colonial and colonial periods. Another is enculturation in India. Enculturation in India was practiced early by the Saint Thomas, Christian or Kerala, who lived in their Christian faith when fully starting sharing the cultural custom and social life of their Hindu neighbors. So they show a deep integration of faith and local culture. So, however, when European missionaries arrived in the 16th century, many Indian Christian practices were suppressed, and Western form of Christian were imposed. So, constant evasions and rejection by many Indians. So, an exception was Roberto, the newly Jesuit who respected Indian culture by learning local language and living like a Hindu ascetics, which however Christianity gained respect among some Indians. So his approach was later rejected during the India right controversy, stopping further enculturation and reinforcing Western control over India Christianity. So another is enculturation in China. So enculturation in China began early as shown by the Nestorian monument of Xi'an. So when Christianity was explained using Chinese ideas from Taoism, Buddhism, and Confucianism, making the faith understandable within Chinese culture. So there is a deep effort to express Christianity through local language and symbols. So in 16th century, Methodist, the Jesuit missionary, continued this approach by learning Chinese, absorb local custom, and dialoguing with Confucian scholars. So here along practice such as ancestor veneration, seeing them as culture rather than religions. However, during the Chinese rise controversy, Rome commanded this practice, leading to conflict with Chinese authorities and explosion of the missionaries. So the history issue was promise of incorrelation in China and the serious consequence when cultural adoption is rejected. Another is incorrelation in Vietnam. So incorrelation in Vietnam is closely like linking the Jesuit missionary Alexandria G. Holders, who was successful because he deeply respected and engaged the Vietnamese language, culture, and way of thinking. So he understands enculturation as two-way dialogue, where both the missionary and learner learn from each other. So the thoughts, the Christian faith should be introduced gradually, without attacking local belief at the beginning, starting with base idea about God and creation. So he emphasized careful translation and respect for local worldwide and connecting with Chinese Christian teachings to daily life. So his approach helped Vietnamese Christianity develop as a strong example of thoughtful and respectful incorrelation. So let's go to another topic of Asian Christianity and ancestral veneration. So ancestral veneration is deeply rooted in Asian cultures especially in Vietnam and East Southeast Asia. So early Catholic missionary forbade the practicing it as religion worship, which made incarceration very difficult. So the prohibition weakens and the acceptance of Christianity among the local community for many years. So over time, the church recognized as a diverse nation as a cultural and social act, expression, failure, piety, and respect, not worship. So in 20th century, the church officially allowed to practice, affirming that culture can be respected when it does not contradict Christian faith. Another topic is Asian vision of local church. So it must turn after Second Vatican Council, Vatican II. So it's called the church to dialogue with Asian culture and religion. And Asian has rich tradition of truth, wisdom, and salvation. So the church must not be a Western replica, but truly local. And Asian Christians are the main agent of evangelization. So guided by Federation of Asian Bishop Conference and FABC. So the gospel must be incarnated in Asian life, culture, and history. Let's continue these topics of inculturation as dialogue with religions and poor. So inculturation in Asia involves dialogue with religions and the poor. Asia is home to many living religious traditions. So Christians are called to engage other faiths and as a dialogue partner, not a rival. So interreligious dialogues allow mutual learning, challenge, and cooperation. So inculturation include a preferential option for the poor. So the church stand with the poor and marginalized against injustice and suffering. Let's continue another topics of inculturation as task of the anti-Christian community. The inculturation is the responsibility of the whole Christian community. So in Vatican II teach that the church is the people of God, not only its parts. So every Christian helps shape a true local church. So inculturation affect worship, teaching, spirituality, and daily life. So liturgy should grow from the culture and experience of the people. So local prayer times, simplicity, and deep faith enrich Christian spirituality. So inculturation happens when the whole community lives and expresses the gospel in its own culture. So let's see in conclusion. Although inculturation as a term emerged only around the time of the Second Vatican Council, its practice has existed since the beginning of the Church, aiming to embed the gospel deeply within local culture through an ongoing mature process that involved the whole Christian community, also known as among Protestants as a contextualization and inculturation, seek to allow faith and culture to transform one another in meaningful ways. So in Asia, however, this time remains challenging due to historical, cultural, and institutional obstacles. So as Saturnino Dias emphasized, authentic inculturation requires humility, openness, and the courage to risk mistakes from those engaged in the process, as well as patience and understanding from the church authorities, recognizing that learning and growth often come through trial and error. So for the reflection question is, what risks are we willing to take to make the gospel truly alive in our culture? So, and lastly, thank you everyone for watching my video presentation. So God bless you all, and peace be with you all, and happy new year to you all. Thank you.